to talk about. So hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day. I hope so. I hope so. Are you having a wonderful day? If you're not, hopefully, maybe by the time this in this live stream, you'll be having one. So anybody saw me this morning? Who's here this morning for the live stream? And I look like a homeless person. I haven't even posted the video. I might post part of it. Not all of it. But let's talk about it. Oh, let me stop people from trying to reach out to me right now, because that's not what I want to do. I don't want to reach out to folks right now. So let me do this. Let me stop this so I can get focused. As you can tell, I am unfocused. But let's talk about it. I don't walk around apologizing, and I don't walk around asking people for things. I assume everyone that comes in my presence, that is in my circle, that is surrounding me, they are willing to do things for me. So I don't be like, well, hey, can you please go and complete this for me? It has to be done by this time. Most of the time, if I'm going to ask someone to do something for me, I'm going to assume that they're going to do it. So I don't even approach it in a way of asking them to do it in the first place. I don't say, can you do this? Move this, do that. Normally I'm like, put this over there, or this needs to go here. I don't make it a thing of asking people to do stuff for me. And one of the things, and I was thinking about this, why do I do that? Why do I always assume that everybody is going to do exactly what I want in exactly the manner that I want? It is because confident people normally don't ask. Confident people normally assume that you're just going to follow through. Confident people aren't around apologizing when there's nothing to be sorry for. I don't apologize because I'm late. I just arrived. I don't apologize just to be apologizing. I usually only in the manner, if I say I'm sorry or I apologize, it is because I've done something that has harmed you and I'm aware of it and I need to apologize for it. But when I'm talking about apologizing just to apologize, apologizing because you're late, apologizing just because you're not confident in what you're going to ask someone or what you require from someone, that is something I don't do. I assume that everyone is going to do something or do whatever I ask them to do. So let's talk about it. One of the things I got for Christmas is a new ring. A new ring ain't nothing. I've been married so long. I've got plenty of rings. So that don't matter. None of that matters. What matters is I don't be like, oh, let me get a new ring, or let me get a bracelet, or let me get this right here. Normally what I would do is show him the bracelet, show him the ring, show him the thing that I want, and just like, when are you going to go pick it up? I don't say, well, can you please get this for me? Can you please go pick this up for me? This is what, are you willing to get this for me? I don't ask that. And I know what it comes from. It comes from confidence. Have you ever realized that when you're around a confident person, they just assume that everybody's going to follow? When if they are leading or they're talking or they're giving a speech, they just assume everybody's in the right spot where they're supposed to be, that everybody's following along, that everybody understands it. And that is how I am. And that is how I operate. I operate in that manner because that is how confidence moves anyway. Confidence don't sit around and ask people to do stuff for them. Confidence assumes that a person is going to do it. They don't think about, how do I ask this person? You need to always go with the idea or mindset that they are going to do it. That they're going to do it because they want to do it. I don't sit here and think about what ifs. What are they going to say? Are they going to say no? Or are they not going to do it? Because one, I don't give them the opportunity to say no. I don't give them an opportunity to say no. Most parents would tell their children, hey, I want you to have that room cleaned by 12 o'clock. I say, when I go up there, the room is going to be cleaned. I know. I don't ask them to do it. I don't sit here and wait on a time or tell them to do it. I assume that they're going to do it. And you know, the psyche about people, they normally follow through. I think a lot of us think that they're like us, that people move just like us, or people are not as confident as us, or people are insecure like us, or people have so many what if theories like us. But that's not true. There's some people in this world that move confidently and they assume that everybody's just going to do it. I'm one of those people. I assume that it's going to get done. So I don't sit here and tell or ask my husband things. I don't say, can you take this out? Or can you take the trash out now? Or can you clean up the kitchen for me now? Or can you mop the floor now? Usually I just assume, when I say it, I assume he's going to go do it. And I walk away. I don't micromanage. I don't try to figure out when he's going to do it. I don't try to figure out if he's going to do it. Because I know he's going to do it. I know he's going to do it. Stop asking and assume that people are going to do it for you. It's a confidence factor. A lot of us don't realize it's confidence that's holding us back. It's not trusting ourselves or trusting that people are going to see what we see. Or, when you feel like that you're not where you need to be, you feel like everybody else sees that. And you don't realize everybody is not in the same space or have the same results. They're not. They're not. So stop assuming, stop asking people to do stuff. Y'all need to stop asking people to do stuff. Start assuming that they're just going to do it. Start presenting stuff in a way that they're just going to do it. And this is the reason why I can confidently give him a problem. And I don't try to figure out how to tell him how to do the solution or give him a solution or when to do the solution. It takes confidence to assume that a person is just going to do it. Or they're just going to do whatever you're asking them to do. And honestly, that is rare in this world. Most people are worrying about asking. They're worried about asking. They're worried about what people are going to think of it. They're worried about if people are going to follow through. They're worried about how somebody's going to view them. They worry too much. And honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I do not ever sit here and waste my mental energy worried about how someone else thinks of me, or how someone perceives me, or what someone believes I should be doing. I don't care. I don't waste that mental energy. And I suggest you don't either. It's enough in this world to deal with your day-to-day and the things that you want to do and the things you want to accomplish than to be concerned about how someone feels about you, or how someone else sees you, or how someone else perceives you. We have to stop asking people and assume that they're going to do it. While practicing more confidence, how do you avoid being rude? The thing is, you don't worry about that either. Don't get yourself so caught up in, am I rude? Because when you're talking about rude, you're still worried about how that person perceives you. And you have to get out of your head in that way. You have to get out of your head, start, focusing on what that person thinks. Because what you consider to be rude, another person doesn't. What you consider to be, something not nice, another person doesn't. And you cannot drive yourself crazy with trying to figure out what is rude for another person. You will drive yourself up a wall. That's the reason I don't worry about if I'm rude to them either. I don't worry about if they think I'm rude, or if they think I'm mean, or if they think something of me. I am not concerned. I'm not going to waste my mental energy on that. Because of the fact you will get caught up in that. You'll be so more concerned about if you're considered rude by another person that you're not going to be able to get these tactics of being confident. Just assume that people are going to do what you ask them. Stop saying, can you, or, stop asking people to do things for you. Just assume that they're going to do it. You need your man to pick up the kids at 5. Ask him when he leaving. When are you leaving to go pick up the kids? They get out at 5. Do you realize that's how I operate and how I communicate with him, period? I don't sit here and say, can you pick him up? I don't ask. I assume that he's going to do it. And I do this with any and everybody that's in my own friendship circle. And usually, guess what I found out? Most people do it. Most people do it. Most people don't have the confidence to even assume that people are going to do it. They feel like they have to ask, or they have to be concerned about if they are rude, or if someone considers them to be rude. If I'm rude, I'm just rude. That means I'm not for you. If I am rude, then I'm rude. I'm not for you. And I won't apologize for being me. I just won't. But I don't ask. I assume that everybody's going to do it. I don't sit here and have what if scenarios or trying to figure out how somebody feel about me. I don't waste that mental energy. Some of us are getting so caught up in the why or how somebody feels about us that we can't even focus on ourselves. If you want to build confidence in yourself, one of the first things you have to do is learn to focus on yourself and create little goals for yourself to achieve. And you'll become more confident over time. So we have to assume that people are going to do it and stop asking. Stop wasting mental energy concerning what if. We have to stop doing that. You all are going to drive you crazy. Y'all gonna get wrinkles. You're going to get wrinkles. You're going to get wrinkled, and that one wrinkle that's going to be in the middle of your forehead is going to be because of somebody else. Because you're worried of how someone else perceives you. And then the worst thing about that is that these people are not concerned about you. You're concerned about you. Do y'all realize a lot of times the things that y'all are worried about, other people don't care? Or they ain't even thinking about. Y'all up there thinking about, how is this person taking me? Am I coming off rude? And that person over there thinking about dinner. They over there thinking about when they're going to get it in. They over there thinking about whose house they're going to be at. They over there thinking about, I'm going to get this good drink. I'm going to have me at least one tonight. You over there thinking about, oh, everybody looking at me. I wonder what they think. I don't know what to, no. Do y'all know how silly that sounds? That's the reason why we have to actually build this confidence so we stop thinking that everybody's so focused on us, because they're not. That's one of the first things I had learned when I was a pageant girl. I used to sit here and I would be petrified. I would have some burbling going on in my stomach. Ooh, feel like I'm going to throw up and go to the bathroom at the same time. It won't pretty. And the first 2 times I would have that reaction. And then I said to myself, I can't do this. We're not going to be the type of person who steer away or run away from challenges. We're not. We're going to grow. That's why you decided to sign up for a pageant. That's why you decided to sign up for a pageant when you looked at yourself every single morning in the mirror and thought you was ugly. I literally thought I was an ugly duckling because of bullying in school. So I was scared. I was petrified. My stomach was bubbling. It was bubbling. I had that reaction at least twice before I would go on that stage. But I went in there. I did both of those things. I threw up and did the other. And then I took my behind out on that stage and I killed it. And got some crowns to show for it. Yes, I won local pageants. But I did that. And I could have went further. But I could have went further in pageants. And maybe you would have seen me on somebody's television. But I kind of got with little boy crazy. And I realized that, ooh, I bring all the boys to the yard. Oh, and I just started twitching and itching and doing all these things. And, being, a teenager. So, yeah. So I didn't get to be the pageant girl or get on television or to go to Miss America or do any of these things like I wanted to do. Because I got distracted and, doing other things. And, being a little teenager. How like old people say, being hot in the pants. And stuff like that. Now, I won't no hoe. I won't going out here thotting and bopping. But I was boy crazy. If there was a boy and he looked good, he smelled good, bro was near him. So, and I stopped going and doing pageants. I was too focused on what people were saying. Well, not people, the boys. Like, I wanted to be around the boys at that time. And that was the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, of the beginning of my love for men. All right, but the point is we have to stop assuming that people are going to say no. We have to stop assuming that we have to ask for everything and that we have to actually say it in a particular manner, or that if we say it in this way, we're going to offend or it's going to become off rude. At this point in life, I can honestly say, I honestly do not concern myself about being rude. Either I am for you or not, and that is okay. That is okay. I feel like there's plenty of social media platforms that do exactly what I do or talk about exactly what I talk about. And if there's one that aligns, then go. Gravitate towards there. But I'm going to tell you now, one of the ways to assume that people are going to do it anyway is confidence. You have to have confidence in yourself. You have to stop asking for permission. That's what some of you all are stuck at. It's like you're stuck, you're broken at, how do I ask? How do I get permission? You don't. You assume that people are going to do what you ask them to do and they're going to follow through. That is what you do. I don't sit here and ask, hey, can you go take the trash off at 1? I be like, when are you taking it off? It's out there. It's out there. It's overflowing. It needs to go off. Most of the time, I'll focus on just giving that problem and letting that person solve it. This means I'm not trying to give them way to solve that problem. I don't sit here and try to figure out how to get them into. I don't give the men the solution, and I'm not going to give them the solution. If you want to make sure that you're marrying a person who is an adult, you don't want to spend your entire relationship trying to give them solutions or try to direct them or try to tell them what to do. Assuming is a great way to get what you want, and if the answer is no, you go, absolutely. And the thing is, guess what? When they say no, we don't have to sit here and ponder why they said no. We don't have to sit here and use our mental energy to figure out why this person say no. Because that's another thing. Once you all get a no, some of you get stuck and broken because they said no. You don't know why. You want to analyze it. You want to figure it out. You have some complicated solution and to getting an answer. No. When someone tells you no, move around. Move around. When someone tells you no, move around. Or maybe if you're in a committed relationship, maybe they're hearing broke. And you can say it again. Give them that problem. Okay? And then you have to move on to drastic measures like removing yourself or feminine energy from that person. Depends on what the situation is. It's taught, especially to girls, be nice, be polite. See, that, and that, you know what? That has its place. That has its place when you're in upper society at an event or a gala. You want to know how to comport yourself, right? But it doesn't have its place when you are dating or you're trying to vet or you're trying to get into a committed relationship where you get the things you desire out of a relationship. That doesn't have its place there. Being nice and polite, that's at an event. We don't want you to go to an event and show your behind. We don't want you to go to a gala and shut it down. We want you to know how to comport yourself and have sufficient etiquette. But we have to know when it doesn't apply. And it doesn't apply when when you want something done for yourself. Confident people do not walk around saying, I'm sorry. And they do not walk around asking. They just don't. Insecure people, they walk around asking, can you do this? Please, I'm sorry. And they overuse these words over and over and over and over. And then when you're insecure about something, let me give you a little tip from a confident person, myself. When you come to me, and you're coming to me in an insecure manner, I already know your mind isn't made up. I already know that means that I can change your mind. That means you're not really sure or steadfast in what you desire because you just approached me in an insecure manner. This means I have some wiggle room. And I'm just letting you all know how the game is played. How a confident person is going to listen to you and how they're going to approach it when you come to them in an insecure fashion, asking for permission. You ask me for permission, I'm going to give you what I want you to have. If you don't ask and you assume that you're going to get it, you're going to get what you want. Do you get the difference? Hopefully we do. Because this is what I keep seeing. A lot of you all want to ask for permission. And see what's going to happen, you're coming at a person in an insecure manner. And they're going to take that at a grain of sand, of salt, whatever they're saying is. They're not going to take you seriously because I know I won't take you seriously. Unless I'm coaching you or something, that's different. If I'm coaching you, then I understand where you're coming from, but then I'm going to stop you in your tracks and tell you, nope, that's not the correct way to handle that. That's not the correct way to handle that. Confident people do not walk around asking for permission. They assume everybody is going to do what they ask. And then when they're given a no, they just move around and ask somebody. They suggest or assume another person is going to do it. See, so if you sit here and tell me no, you say you don't have time, you can't do it. Guess what? I don't bother with trying to ask you again, beg you, explain, or persuade you to do it. What I will do is I will move around and I'm going to get somebody else to do it. And I'm going to assume they're going to do it because you didn't do it. That is how you move in confidence. Stop moving insecurely and announcing yourself to the world. Because when you announce yourself to the world, people can treat you in the manner that they want to treat you. Confident people have a whole lot more success, and it has nothing to do with looks. Y'all know confidence is a mentality. Do you know confidence is a mentality before it even reflects in physicality? It's a mentality. A lot of things start in your brain and how you operate and how you work through things. A lot of us don't realize that. That's why I said, I just say, okay, honey, and move on or stop communicating with them. I ain't gonna beg. I'm not gonna beg. Y'all, let me tell you this. And I don't know how y'all able to do it. Because maybe it's the ego in me. Maybe it's the pedestal wife in me. Maybe it's the woman in me. I'm not begging you to do something I can easily get another person to do. I'm just not. I am not begging you to be there for me, to get something for me, to provide for me when there's another person that will. Everything a person won't do, another will, baby. Another person will. And you have to have that mentality and faith that you can do that. You can move like that. A lot of us, honestly, let's go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty. Let's go ahead and break this down why some of you all don't really believe that you can move in this manner. One of the reasons y'all believe y'all keep moving in this manner because a lot of you all have been indoctrinated into this attract thing. Some of y'all really do believe that all you have to do is want it and sit still and you shall receive it. The thing is, even when you attract something, do you know that it has to be genuinely wanting you also? Or genuinely interested in you also? So this means whatever you want in life, even to attract it, it has to be genuinely interested in you in the first place. Okay? So this means one of the things is, if it's a man, your looks matter. They always have. I'm not going to shy away from that. It matters. If it's education, it matters. If it's friendships, it matters. Everything that you want to attract in your life has to be genuinely interested in you. This means you have to do something for it. Even when it comes down to attracting, y'all know that's a verb. And a verb usually means action. It usually means action. So for something to genuinely like you, even if you're trying to get attract the education, you still have to show up so you can get it. You still have to hit the books. You still have to do what's required in order to get it. So think about that. That is what the issue is with women. Women truly are just waiting around because someone taught me years ago that you can attract things. All I see when I go on TikTok or I go on YouTube, whatever, all I see is about laws of attraction. And I realize that people don't even know how to manifest anything. Man, do y'all realize? Okay, maybe I'm going too deep. Maybe I'm going too deep here. I don't want to go too deep today. Today's a fun day. I want to be fun. I want to have fun. But that's all I see on my my For You pages and stuff like that is just women just sitting still, like sitting stagnant, like no movement, no growth. And then they are trying to attract things when everything you're trying to attract has to be genuinely interested in you, which is an action. It's actionable. It's actionable. Whatever it takes or that you're trying to attract, you need to figure out how do I get genuinely interested in me, and then you can have it. And the funny thing about all this law of attraction, which I'm not against, I don't care, because I can attract with my Bible too, because it's the same concepts. It's the same concepts. It's just the Bible was taken out of it. That's it. But that's all I see. And I only see a bunch of women just sitting stagnant, waiting for something to attract. Y'all let me know if it works. Y'all let me know if it works, because I know for facts that to attract something, you have to make sure it's genuinely interested in you. But the ones who are doing it, y'all let me know if it worked. I want to, I like to watch your progress. That's all I got to see on it. I like to watch your progress. But confident people, they just assume that people are going to do it. They don't even go into the whole interaction with, oh my gosh, what are you going to say? How's he going to feel? Is he going to think this of me? I don't want him to think of this of me. No, I don't even think when I sit here and assume that he's going to do something for me, I don't be sitting here contemplating how he's going to feel about it. I don't contemplate what he's going to think of me. I don't contemplate how did he perceive me. I don't contemplate, is he going to think less of me? I don't even think about none of that. I'd be like, is he going to do it? Honestly, I don't even think about, is he going to do it? I just assume he's going to do it. I don't sit here and I don't ask for permission. Some of you all are stuck in asking for permission and not realizing you're not. To walk through this life, you have to be confident. You have to assume that people are going to do what you want. That is what you have to do. That is how you win. You don't need a lot of tips, tricks, or manipulations in that manner. Just start assuming that people are going to do it. Just start assuming and suggesting that person's going to follow through for you. Don't give them any indication that you even have a thought that it's not going to work out. Like I said, the insecurities are loud, very loud. They're loud on social media. They're loud, period. And it's easy to obtain. Or this is the reason why I know for facts how these men up here running y'all all over the city, all over the way. They driving y'all all over the creation crazy. It's because your insecurities are freaking loud. And if a confident person comes across it, it's easy to see. It's easy to tell. Then it's also easy to manipulate. Make yourself into a person that cannot be manipulated. But you have to actually work on the foundation, your basics. It doesn't matter what I tell you to do. It doesn't matter what trips, tricks, techniques I give you. If you're not a confident person, you're not going to be able to implement them. You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to be too frozen or stagnant in order to do so. You're going to be too frozen or stagnant to figure out. Y'all be worried about the details. Do y'all know I don't worry about details. I just do the things that I feel and I live out loud. And that is confidence. And that's the ability to say, forget it. I don't care. I'm not going to waste mental energy on trying to figure everybody else out. Baby, I'm a whole work in progress. I'm a whole work by myself. I got enough to deal with dealing with Braille than to be so focused on what other people are doing. Stop focusing on other people. Honestly, I'm telling you right now, while you're focused on is he going to accept me? Does he like me? He over there thinking about what he going to eat for dinner. He over there thinking about what kind of, how he going to spend his time with his friends. Y'all don't realize people do not be focused on you in the manner you think they are. They just don't. As soon as you have one interaction with them, a lot of times they don't forgot about you and forgot your name. Assume that people are going to say yes. And don't be afraid to move around and go to the next person. And just assume that they're going to say yes. I think I missed some. Oh, hi, Braille. If people have to not come through, okay, I think I answered that. How would you react? Yeah, I answered that already. Because people are not going to come through all the time. You're just going to move around and just assume that the next person is going to come through. You don't want to waste mental energy or time focus on people that aren't focused on you. Do y'all realize everybody that you encounter is like living in their own bubble? They're living in their life bubble. They're focused on them and theirs and what's going to work with them. They're not focused on you in the manner you think they are. I think people give too much mental energy to that when they're not even caring. They're sitting here thinking about something else and not you. You said in order to attract something, it has to be genuinely interested in you. It does. It does. A man, if you're trying to attract a man has to be genuinely interested in you. And then you have to be appealing to him in the manner that he feels is appealing. But the beautiful thing about that is that you don't have to accept him. That's the beautiful thing about life, right? You don't have to accept him. You don't have to do anything with him. You can move around from him and go to the next one. The trick is to make sure that regardless, even if people have to be genuinely interested in you when you're attracted something, you can make sure that you're genuinely interested in them or that or whatever you're trying to achieve. It goes both ways. I saw a video Teal Swan made talking about how manifesting is easy. So you don't have to overthink or waste energy. Whatever isn't manifesting is because you have a resistance to it. Love. True. Nothing but fact. A lot of people don't realize that. That the reason why it hasn't happened because there's some type of resistance. You haven't aligned with what you're trying to attract. It's not genuinely interested in you, so it's not going to come. All right, so y'all don't have anything to talk about. I do have to go to TikTok today. So I am going to do a live stream over there because I do got to go over there. I got to go over there and I got to do some content. But let's not spend our entire life trying to figure out how to ask for permission to live, how to ask for permission for someone to do something for us, say something for us, or help us. We have to learn to assume that people are just going to do it. And that is in confidence. When you come or step to someone in an insecure manner, this is the reason why you get mixed results. This is the very reason why people don't take you seriously or they figure out how to reverse Uno and manipulate you. That's why. Because you approached it in an insecure manner where you're asking for permission. You're asking for that specific thing. You're not assuming that they're just going to do it. And that is how confident people move. That is how they move. They don't move in this manner where you all think you're coming up with clever things to ask people or get someone to do stuff. They don't move in that manner. And they don't get stopped or become stagnant because they're so focused on how someone else is going to feel about it. One of the things I feel like the most realest thing I learned in my life is that everybody is focused on themselves. They're not as concerned or focused on me in the manner I think they are, unless there's an actual interaction. I needed this today. Okay, that's great. Y'all, let me tell you one of the things if you were here this morning, one of the things I do, I'm big on doing stuff that I feel like doing. I do stuff how I do when it comes to like content. I'm going to do something that I feel is important, that I need to talk about, that I'm drawn to talk about. And me following my intuition has led me very far. So I don't ignore it. If I have a feeling to really talk about this topic, I go forth and I talk about it. I move things around just to talk about it. People love to pretend that things come easy or not as important. If there is a resistance, work on that before you waste energy and pop a forehead vessel trying to force it. Absolutely. Girl, you look fabulous. Thank you. Girl, this morning I look like a homeless woman. A homeless woman that was selling fruit on the side of the road. I look crazy because I don't like to. I had to get up early, had to go and run some errands, and it's just not my stilo. Usually I try to get dressed. I like to be dressed when I go. You know, look nice when you go places. So people can be genuinely interested. Because you would be surprised. One of the things is, I've done this before. Have you ever went into the store? Have you ever went in the store and look like a homeless person and you're ignored? Okay? People don't care. But then you go and you get dressed and you have your best on. You go to the store and everybody want to help you. That's the reason why I'm genuinely interested, right? So if you're one of these women who are sitting here talking about, well, I don't have to do anything to get what I want. Baby, attract is a verb. You have to make sure things are genuinely interesting to you. You have to make sure there's no resistance to what you want. So now when I go to the store later on this evening, because I got one more errand to run, and I go, I'm going to go like this. I already know what the results are going to be. Compared to when I went this morning, I was able to just blend in. Nobody like said, hey, no one spoke. Nobody did anything. When I go in like this, somebody always speaks. Someone always said hello. Someone always try to ask, do I need any help? Like the homeless, if you're homeless or you're misfortunate or whatever, or you don't have, baby, you don't get treated well. You don't get treated well. Isn't that something? It's just like we ignore those people, or when people are going through certain things and they're looking downtrodden, we just ignore them. We ignore them. When you look your best and you're, doing or being your best, all people gravitate towards that. Thank you. Attract is a verb. It is. It is. So all these people sitting here saying, oh, well, sis, all you got to do is attract. And see, the thing is, y'all here attract is let me sit here. Let me not do nothing. Let me not take care of myself. Let me not become better. Let me not work on mentality. Let me not be. Come on. We got to stop that. We have to stop that. We have to stop sitting around and be like, oh, well, I'm going to attract it, but I'm not doing anything. Y'all, it's literally, attract is a verb. It is. It means everything that you're trying to attract has to be genuinely interested in you. And of course, you have to be interested in it too. They both have to align in order for you to receive those things. The art of suggestion. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Pedestal Wife. There is, on the YouTube, there is a video called The Art of Suggestion that gives you some more tips on asking, or well, not asking, suggesting things. But I wanted to talk about the behind. What does that mean? Because usually I get that one question. What does that mean? You're just going to assume that people are going to do what you asked of them. That's what you're going to do. You're going to stop asking for permission. I want you to stop doing it today. If you are normally one of those people who apologize for everything, and I'm not talking about now, if you hurt her feelings and she started crying, y'all apologize. If you hurt his feelings, I don't know. Like, do I align with what women are doing? Or should I be a bigger person and tell you all to apologize? How about this? I'm going to leave that on you. I'm going to leave that on you. I'm going to leave that on you. I'm just going to say this. If you hurt someone and you know it was your fault, then there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm sorry, and apologizing. But stop going through life apologizing because you're late, apologizing just because, apologizing because you spoke wrong or said something wrong, apologizing for everything. We're going to stop as of today. As of this moment, and this time, I don't know what time it is because I don't keep up with time. 12:57, my time. We're going to stop asking for permission and assume that people are just going to do whatever we ask. If you even use or act like you're going to ask a question, I want you to pause right there and like, okay, how can I just assume that this person is going to do it? Usually, in order to assume that person is going to do it, you don't ask them to do it in the first place. You give them that problem. Being able to assume you're going to get what you want requires confidence. Confidence requires having a good relationship with yourself. Absolutely. 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 Confidence is required. And if your confidence is lacking or it is low, then start working on your confidence. Start working on your confidence. You will thank yourself later on down the line when you realize how confident you are. Trust. Being on social media, I'm very thankful that I'm very confident. Because I realize social media has the power to destroy a person who does not have confidence in themselves. Because people say some off-the-wall stuff to people on social media. They do. They say mean stuff. Crazy stuff to them. You have to have a different level of confidence to be able to be on social media. To show your face, to talk about this type of topics, you do have to have a level of confidence. And I'm thanking myself that I did the work prior to going online, because if I did it after, I probably would have deleted my account a long time ago. But I don't see any other questions, so I'm going to get off here. Because I have to go to TikTok and do some content. So, if you haven't, make sure that you follow me on YouTube. And I do have a brand new spanking new TikTok. And let me remind you all of my content is not the same. It's the same talking points, the same things I talk about, but they all have different types of pieces of content. I don't create one piece of content and then spread it across all of my social media platforms. I decided if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it in the way that I want to do it. And I want it to be all different. And it is a lot to do it and make sure it's all different, but it is worth it. I like that. I like the fact that when you come to me on TikTok, you're going to get something. You can get a different type of content compared to what you can got from me on YouTube. All right, so I don't see any other questions, so I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. But thank you all for, showing up a second time, because this is the second live of the day. Thank you all for showing up. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you all on the next one. Y'all have a good one. Bye.